My name sometimes presents a bit of a problem, especially on legal documents, because I have so many different legal documents now that say coal, air coal, coal. So on legal documents I have all those names listed, and sometimes it can be a bit of a challenge. My parents actually got together while they were here in Canada. They actually knew each other in their little town back in Italy, but never really saw any sparks till for some reason they got here and immigrated, and then they found each other. My dad was actually a contractor in Windsor. He was working for a contractor at the time after the war. My mother was actually the agriculturalist of the two, and she wasn't really fond of the construction business, so she made my father move to Leamington, and that's where it all started. After that, she decided that we were going to farm for a living, and that's where we started picking up all our agricultural background. I have two sisters, a younger and an older sister. My older sister, Elvira Cacciavillani, went to school in the U.S., graduated in a law degree at San Diego, and I have a younger sister, Jane Cacciavillani, graduated University of Windsor, and she's in town here, but neither one of them involved in the business. Got to Leamington High School, we were the first group that actually got onto the credit system. So I have a real kind of technical background that I really enjoy working with. So I was able to take the 5-year program with technical and academic, and we graduated from there, and was the first class to do that. So that was really interesting for me. I thought I wanted to go to university, and I did attend University of Windsor engineering, but I was there for about 6 months and soon found out that I didn't think I really wanted to be on the academic side of the engineering. So I switched schools, went to St. Clair, met with the counselors there, and they served me very well, and I was enrolled into an industrial engineering program, 3-year industrial engineering program. The first year was fairly light because I had a lot of credits that I used from grade 13 at the time, which they don't have now, but back in the day. So then the second year we finally had to really buckle down and start getting some work done. So those early years for me, I was not really quite sure exactly where I wanted to go. I know I wanted to end up in the family business, and the family business at the time, well, it certainly wasn't what it is today, but certainly I saw some room for opportunity. So back in '78, I decided to come back to the greenhouse, and at that time there were some transitional things going on in the greenhouse. So at that time we were growing, typically what you hear is grown in greenhouses in Leamington, tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. We were growing all tomatoes, but we were transitioning into potted flowers for holidays. We just wanted to elevate what we were doing, and we saw some opportunities there, so we went ahead and executed that plan. Along with that plan also came increased acreage. So slowly we started to increase our acreage up to 10 acres to what the facility is now today. So now we have full distribution, we have trucks on the road, we have a sales staff, we have marketing, we have packaging, and it's all wrapped up. So that's the CF. At the same time, through that transition, we started spinning off some other companies. So the CF group of companies now involves there's CF Warehouse, which is a third-party warehousing operation. There's CF Industrial, which does standby power. There's Genset Resource Management, which does electricity onto the grid. There's also 3 investment companies that we're running through there with multiple housing developments. And our latest one we're just adding now is Freya, which will be for growing herbals. So CF Greenhouse, probably the most recognized company of the group, and we grow a diverse amount of, or a diverse line of products. And again, we're potted plant growers, all for holidays. So everything we grow is in a pot. There's not a cut flower operation, and everything we grow is targeted at a holiday. One of my, I guess, more challenging thing was trying to set up a greenhouse organization called TOGA. We managed to do that, and TOGA stands for the Ontario Greenhouse Alliance, where we took all the flower guys, the vegetable guys, and at that time the pepper guys, the vegetable farmers growing peppers were a different organization too. So we took all those organizations, brought them together, was able to access $5 million from the Ontario government at that time to help coordinate that effort, as well as industry put in $5 million. So it was a $10 million organization structure that got that thing going. That was pretty challenging times to bring all those different parties to the table and do that. So I really kind of look at that as one of my shining stars. I have to really thank our staff, our dedicated staff, and the leadership that they provide on their own in order for us to keep giving back to the community and keeping these businesses successful. As my children were growing up, I was on numerous of these boards and I spent it numerous times. So once the children all grew up, it seems like that's when I started dropping off all these boards and saying, you know what, it's time for someone else to step up. So actually I wasn't, I had removed myself from all these boards, and then I got a call or a tap on the shoulder to help with this new effort of hospice coming to Leamington. I really started to investigate hospice with the help of Carol Derbyshire. I really started to understand that our people weren't being served as well as they could be, though we were taking up 40% of hospice time in Windsor, and we're saying, now wait a minute, we got to do something. So at the end of the day, we're going to build a hospice in Leamington. We need $6 million to do it. So myself and a good friend of mine, John Olmsted, have taken on the chairmanship of that effort, and we're going to cut forward and try to get this hospice built with the help of Carol Derbyshire and her crew from Windsor. There's no way I could be on this journey and be able to build these companies the way we've built them without good family support. There's just no way. With the help of my father in the early days, and once I got married to my wife Nina, we started to build our own family, but without her constant support, there's no way that I could possibly have accomplished what we've accomplished. We have 3 children, 3 beautiful children. Nicole, Erica, and Corey. Nicole married a year and a half ago, child on the way. We're really looking forward to that. Erica graduated University of Windsor, now doing her master's at Wayne State in speech pathology. Very proud of her. Corey is in his 2nd year at business finance at Western. Probably a lot of people in the audience here don't remember St. Clair 40 years ago, but I do. And if you could see what it is today as compared to what it was 40 years ago, and it was great 40 years ago, but today what they've been able to do with that school and expand it, and it's funny, you drive around the city and you see St. Clair everywhere. So.